Hi, I'm Dr. Michael O'Loughlin, and I'm the Program Director of the Interpreter Training Program at Boston University. Thanks for your interest in the program. There are common questions that we hear all the time, and I'd like to answer a few of them on this video. We offer classes in 3 languages: Spanish, Portuguese, and Chinese. These are the languages that are most often required in the Boston and the New England areas. A high percentage of the students who we accept into the program were born in another country and educated in another country up to a certain age. That is, the most typical students in this program are persons born abroad who have lived half of their life in the United States. Bilingual people normally have one language that they can speak better than the other. Everybody is pretty much the same in this regard, and so we refer to your strong language as your A language and your less strong language as your B language. And so all of the students are, or virtually all of the students in this program, have an A language and a B language. And so part of our hope in this program is to raise the level of your B language higher. And usually the A language takes care of itself. The application process starts online. You can find the application on our website. You fill it out, you send it in along with the fee, and that is all you need to do. You will be accepted into the program once you have passed an entrance exam. The entrance exam has 2 parts to it. One is written and the other is oral. I'll talk about the written part first. A lot of people are concerned that they don't write maybe as well as they can speak. We understand that. Your writing doesn't have to be high level, but you have to be able to write in the languages in which you interpret. So we're going to ask you to write about some simple things. We may ask you a question such as, tell us about the city where you grew up, or how did your parents meet? Simple questions that you should be able to write a short piece on. We need to see that you are literate in the languages in which you'll be interpreting. Now, as to the oral piece, you will be meeting with faculty members. They're going to ask you about your background. They're going to talk to you about what you're doing now. And they're going to do a short test with you to see how quickly you can transpose something which is in one language into another. So they will be reading you a list of sentences such as, the fat man had a big problem. And how quickly can you say that in another language? Now, that's an easy one. There are some that are a bit longer and more complicated. They might have 3 different elements. The fat man who was holding a small dog had a real problem, and there was no sign of any relief. How quickly can you say that in another language? So the testing takes about 2 hours, and it should be an interesting experience for you at the very least. If you only took the minimal classes in the program, you could be finished in 12 months. That would give you a certificate in community interpreting. If you took the medical or legal classes, then you would have additional certificates, but it would take 18 months. We arrange for what we call information sessions. These occur periodically when we're gearing up for courses, and you will be able to meet some faculty members there and hear presentations about the program and ask any questions that you might have. We do accept international students. We accept them very heartily. They're some of our best students. The international students are welcomed here. However, we can't give you much help in terms of a visa.